Let's talk about the noise epidemic. Over the past few years or so, the underground scene has completely changed. What used to be a place where artists experimented with flows, aesthetics, sounds, has now turned into something that is a lot more loud and chaotic. We got artists like Osama-san, Netspin, Che, Blood, and last but definitely not least, Too Slimy. And to push the noise narrative on the underground even more, we got meme artists like Miles and 15-Minute Demon, who are not as bad, but even worse than the rest. Well, maybe not Miles, but definitely 15-Minute Demon.
I don't give a single living fuck about my life.
Some people may think this is innovative, while others may call it simply unlistenable. But there is one thing for certain though. The underground is 1000% going through a noise epidemic. When I say noise, I don't just mean loud music. I mean music where the distortion, clipping, and the overall bass are just chaotic. Rappers usually tend to run with the sound because it brings them more traction. Instead of clean vocals and balanced production, these songs often sound like they're intentionally put past the limit. The beats are distorted, the 808s are booming, the vocals are sometimes barely understandable due to the severity of the beat volume, and the energy feels a little too aggressive. Artists like Osama-san and Netspin lean heavily into this sound currently, which I can't really put my finger on why, due to their old sounds being so amazing. In today's scene, I feel like it's less about lyrical complexity and more about energy, atmosphere, and vibes. A lot of fans today gravitate more towards the chaos rather than away from it. Another big reason this chaotic sound exploded is because of the internet. We got platforms like TikTok, Discord, and we got underground music pages, and even algorithm-driven streaming that have all created a space where the noisiest and most extreme sounds can go viral. Artists no longer have to try and appeal to mainstream audiences. They just need to find their niche audiences that pushes them in a great direction. For example, someone like Che can drop a song with distorted production and aggressive flows, and within days it can spread through underground communities. This creates what we might know as a feedback loop. Fans started expecting the loudest, craziest, and most chaotic sound possible, and artists start pushing their music further and further until distortions stand out. But the noise epidemic isn't just about serious music. There's also a huge meme culture attached to it. A perfect example of this is Miles. His music often goes viral not because it fits traditional rap standards, but because it's funny, absurd, and intentionally over the top sometimes. The lines are a bit ridiculous, and the delivery can be a bit chaotic sometimes, and the internet eats it up every single time. This meme energy blends directly into the underground scene, where artists sometimes blur the line between actual music and internet humor. I'd say another big factor is the influence of the rage and hyper trap wave that came before it. A lot of the underground artists today grew up listening to high energy and distorted production, but now the new generation is pushing that sound even further. Artists like Blood and 15-Minute, the beat sometimes feels darker, the distortion is heavier, especially with Blood. And not to mention, the vocals feel way more aggressive. It almost feels like the music is designed to sound unfiltered and raw, like it's breaking the rules of traditional mixing. To people outside the underground, this music can sound very unorganized, but fans always manage to see it different. The noise most of the time represents authenticity. It represents artists making music without worrying about the typical, let's say, industry standards. The rawness makes it feel more emotional and intense, and because the sound is so unconventional, the fans feel like they're part of a secret scene that the mainstream just doesn't understand. It's almost like a badge of honor in a way. If you understand it and train your ears enough, then congratulations, you are now a part of the culture. This all brings up a really big question. Is this noise wave actually pushing music forward, or is it just chaos disguised as innovation? Some people believe this era will influence the next generation of rap production, while others think it's just a phase that will burn out once the novelty wears off. But historically, underground scenes have always looked chaotic at first. Maybe not this chaotic. And sometimes those chaotic sounds end up shaping the mainstream later along in the future. So whether you love it or hate it, the noise epidemic in the underground scene is impossible to ignore. Artists like Osama-san, Nesman, Che, Blood, Too Slimy, 1500 Demon, and Unimals are all part of the scene that's redefining what rap can sound like in the future. The real question is this the future of underground music, or just the loudest moment before the next wave takes over?